to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Before we begin today's episode, I want to clarify some important points. I am a licensed real estate agent and my DRE number is 018534445. It's crucial to note that this podcast operates independently of my affiliation with Keller Williams Realty and any realtor associations. My primary goal with this podcast is to provide you, our listeners, with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, that's not how I sound, and I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. And this script is called Expire Listing Reach Out with a Bulletproof Marketing Plan. And I'll go ahead and set the stage on this. In this scenario, you reach out to a homeowner whose property listing has expired with a previous agent. You express understanding of the homeowner's frustration, offer your services, and seek to schedule a meeting to discuss a new approach for selling the home. Requirements are an in-depth knowledge, market knowledge, strong communication skills, empathy and listening skills, and sales and persuasion skills. The intention of this script is to reach out to homeowners whose listings have expired with a previous agent, express empathy, and schedule a meeting to discuss how you can help them sell their home. And, it's pretty simple. Basically, in this scenario, you'll have a list of expired listings in front of you. Typically, it could be anywhere between, say, 0 to, depending on your market, 20 to 30 a day. And homes don't sell for multiple reasons, but they don't, that's what you're doing. And you're just calling one after another, one after another, one after another. I see that your home didn't sell. Tell me what happened. Have you thought about selling with another agent? What, all that type of stuff. So that's kind of what we're going to go through today and see how it goes. So who's ready?
I can do it.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
you can talk to whoever you want. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, Brent. This is Debbie Logan with Keller Williams La Mesa on the Repros team. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm all right.
Well, I'm sure you're probably frustrated because your home didn't sell, and I noticed that, and that was the reason for my call. Can you tell me what happened?
To be honest, I'm not sure why. My agent just didn't do a great job. I don't know whether it was they didn't market it properly or what, but I'm not sure why, actually.
Oh, gosh. Well, that is a shame. And I can imagine that your previous experience might have been frustrating for sure. Let me ask you a few questions. Did your agent communicate effectively with you?
I guess it depends on what you count as effective communication.
Well, did they keep, let you know on a daily or as something occurred basis what they were doing to help ensure that your house sold?
They would send me some stuff every once in a while, but it was kind of confusing and I didn't really understand. It wasn't super clear.
Did you have open houses?
Yeah, there were actually a lot of showings, but there were no offers, which was disappointing.
Well, yeah, that's got to be disheartening. Well, So you know a little bit about me. I specialize in your neighborhood and selling homes um, at the highest price in the shortest time. Um, my approach, which is Keller Williams' proven approach, there's several marketing. The marketing we do starts with, coming soon posters. We post on social media. We door knock. We hand out flyers. We do cold calls in your surrounding neighborhood. And the most important thing we do is an in-depth comparative analysis of what has sold in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
Given the
now
pluses of, pardon?
just now that you're saying that, you're reminding me. I think my previous agent actually did all of the things that you're talking about. I just am curious to know, like, is your approach really different? And I guess how is it going to be more helpful than what I was doing in the past? Because I got a comparative, uh,
Market analysis.
and I got uh, a bunch of other services similar to kind of what you were saying. So I just want to know how yours is going to be different from my last agent.
Well, of course, I haven't seen the interior of your home. I did see the photographs, which I think I could do a better job in that realm. They almost look like they were just taken on an iPhone or something. But without seeing the interior myself, I always give tips on how your home would sell and show the best, if you need it to be decluttered, etc. And again, I haven't seen the inside of your home, but also the main thing in selling a home is making sure that the list price is correct right at the start. Um, if it's, listed too high, that's going to deter potential buyers from even looking at it. So, I would like to meet with you and we could discuss everything. And I do have a listing presentation, and that can kind of show you Keller Williams, um, how they market a home and what the list price should be to get the most traffic and interest in your home. Just having open houses, isn't going to do, the trick if it's priced too high to begin with. And I could tell you the different strategies. At Keller Williams, a lot of the homes recently have gone well over list price, and that's because it was listed to get the most people interested in it. And I'm not saying it's a bidding war like it was, a year or so ago, but it it tends with the low inventory out there. There's got to be a reason that your home did not sell in that long a period of time. And sometimes it's good to take it off the market and start fresh because the last thing you want to do is list it lower and people see that in your case, yours was on the market for over 60 days. And then if you lower it, people are going to wonder, well, why didn't it sell? What's wrong with it? So, but I'd love to sit down and share with you, you know, our marketing plan. And it's proven, like I said before, and I think it'd be beneficial for you to get a different take on what we at Keller Williams do to get your home sold.
I'd at least be interested in that presentation. Yeah.
Okay, well, what's the best email for me to send you a sneak peek at what we do, along with a bio on myself, and before we meet for an appointment?
I'm not sure. Maybe the email at myhousewon'tsell@hotmail.com. Maybe that's a good place to reach me.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely send it there, but I think
Yeah.
we'll change that email after we sell your house to
Yeah, that would be great.
minesoldimonday.com. Okay,
Yeah, that
so
would be great.
all right. Well, I will send you my info, and are you available Monday at early afternoon or for a
Uh,
meeting?
I should I should be available after 4 p.m. on Monday.
Okay, well, that will work great. Yeah, I just, I want to take a peek, like I said, at your home, and we can discuss further, what options you have. I'll give you my input, and we'll go from there. How does that sound? How about 4:30 on Monday?
Yeah, that should work.
Okay, perfect. Well, I can't wait to meet you in person, and I think you'll like to hear what I have to say.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Cool. Were you convinced?
Me, was I convinced?
Yes.
A little. Honestly, like, and I don't, there were some parts of it where I was like, if I was the client, I would have felt like you were going on a little bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if it was like you asked, I remember at one part, like if I would be willing to have a meeting with you about, the seller's presentation. And then it was like a few minutes more of telling me information. And then, I mean, you did a good job at the end of that of like circling back to like, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why like I kind of just want to do a listing presentation for you. But I felt like, yeah, maybe it could have been a little more concise in some parts,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really
More
good.
to the point.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it was really good.
Okay. Well, I noticed I was saying which I've been trying not to, so I should probably
That's
stick to
funny,
the
Debbie. I
script.
noticed that too.
Yeah,
That
and
you
I've
weren't
been
saying.
trying not to. Yeah. So,
I
The other thing, Brant, is that you should know, and everybody listening on this is expireds aren't always going to be easy either. These are
yeah.
people that are a little upset because their home did not sell, and it may have needed to sell quickly. And for whatever reason, it has not. And again, going back to the three top reasons why a home doesn't sell is one, price, two, condition, and three, the way that it was marketed.
Mhm.
So,
mm-hmm.
and that reflects directly on the agent. Now, at the same time, if the agent took a listing that just to satisfy the homeowner in terms of, yeah, we can get whatever price you want, then that's the wrong reason
Right.
to take a listing. You have to have intelligent conversations, and each person needs to understand each person. You need to understand the listing agent as the homeowner, and the homeowner needs to understand, or the listing agent needs to understand where the homeowner is coming from, but also educate them on, like, look, I know you want top dollar, but here's what the market's doing. This is
Right.
what the market's doing. So we have to do a really good job, and usually it comes down to price. Anyways, let's have you go, Brant, and talk to Emily and go from there.
Okay. Hi, Emily. This is Brant with Keller Williams. I noticed that your home is no longer on the market, and I just want to check in and confirm. I understand that is selling it still a top priority for you?
Well, yeah, it was.
Okay. Okay. I can imagine that your previous experience with your real estate agent might have been frustrating. Can you share with me some of the challenges that you faced? Or I guess,
Well, they took the listing. And then, I didn't really hear from her again. so I was kind of in the dark of what was going on. I mean, I saw her when like we did the open houses and I had to leave the home. So she's kind of, I don't really know what happened. I don't know if we were close to getting offers or what. We were supposed to sit down after the first weekend because she guaranteed that I'd have some offers come in, and that didn't happen. I tried calling her, she didn't answer, and then I finally got a hold of her a week later, and she's like, "Oh, nobody's put an offer in yet." I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" You know?
Yeah. I absolutely understand how that can be disheartening. And I've found that when people have negative experiences with their agents, often one of the top things that they complain about is a lack of communication. So it seems that in the instance that you were going through, this agent, I mean, you said it, you called them a week later and you weren't really sure what was going on. So it appears that there was a sort of detrimental lack of communication going on in that process on their end. And I specialize in successfully selling homes that maybe didn't sell with other agents, and I would love to show you kind of some of my strategies and my perspective, and discuss in a more detailed listing presentation how I can make that difference for you. And I guess on top of that, I really value good communication and consistent communication. And consistency, like actions speak louder than words. And so
Right. And you know what, Brent? That's really funny because that's what the agent said, that they're a really good communicator and they would keep in touch with me and every step of the way and call me every couple days, let me know what's going on. And then in reality, that didn't happen. So I'm
yeah,
curious about your approach because it sounds very much the same, but like you said, actions speak louder than words. And what's going to convince me that you're true to heart and you really mean what you say, unlike this last person that I was recommended to me, believe it or not.
yeah, no, I totally hear what you're saying. I think that, as I kind of mentioned before, the more detailed listing presentation, I'd love to walk through with you exactly what I'm going to do and how my approach differs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Okay.
I'm open to that.
Yeah. So again, I know that actions speak louder than words, right? So let's schedule a time for us to meet, and I would want to discuss your needs and goals in more detail. I'll also be presenting you with a comparative market analysis, of course, and some of the strategies that I have found work well with clients that I've had in the past, especially those that might not have had the best experience with their agents, or they were already on the market before and for some reason it didn't sell. So yeah, I'd love to schedule a time to discuss your specific needs and goals in more detail. What times would be most convenient for you? Are you available
Well,
to
I
meet?
work nights, so it would have to be like around 10 o'clock.
Okay. How about we do 10 a.m. tomorrow? And
Okay.
that's kind of part of, I want to put my best foot forward right at the beginning and show you that I'm serious about wanting to get this done quickly and wanting to present you with open channels of communication. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
So
fine.
yeah,
Come on by. I'll be here.
great. I'm very excited to share my marketing plan with you and some of the other strategies that I have to make sure to get your home sold. What's the best email for me to send you a sneak peek and a little bit of information before our appointment?
Why don't we wait until we meet, and then if I want to move forward, I'll give you my email because I don't want to be spammed with a bunch of
Okay.
stuff if I decide that you're not the guy for me.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to our meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay.
In the meantime, here's my business card, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Tomorrow. Bye.
I thought we're on
So, question, what's that?
I thought we were on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, you were.
Well, he handed me a business card. That's what
Ideally.
threw me.
Yeah, he faxed it to you.
He's really
He
good.
texted it to me. Yeah. Mhm.
So were you convinced?
Me? A little bit, but
Well, were you convinced enough to at least sit with him and talk to him?
yeah,
Okay. All right.
I guess. I mean, like I said, I wanted to meet him, and then I'll make up my mind.
Well, you did. He handed you his card. Just kidding.
But I'm still
Another
skeptical. You know what I mean? I want to see what he has.
absolutely, and I think any person whose home has expired should be skeptical.
But I noticed that nobody asked, when you sell your home, what's the next step? Nobody asked that. Like, where are you moving to? Why are you selling?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, got to dig deep.
maybe he was going to wait till he had you in his eyesight.
Maybe.
I do have a question for everyone before we go on with Emily. Is when Brant asked what is the best email, and then you said, no, I'll wait because I don't want to be spammed. With Brant's reply, okay, no problem. Is he saying that I would spam you?
No.
No.
He's respecting my wishes because he's going to get the email at the meeting.
Yeah.
So what is a better way to respond other than, okay, no problem?
I absolutely hear your concerns, or I understand what you're saying.
Or you can
Or I won't
put your
spam you, but after
I
I
don't
gained
do
your
that.
trust.
right.
But you get what I'm saying, right? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, no problem. Because to me, that is an admission of, yeah, I'm going to spam you the way that I heard it. But you know what? I totally respect your wishes, and even though
Yes.
that I do not spam, I'm more than happy to meet with you and share it with you in person.
Yeah, you could totally sympathize with them and say, "Oh my gosh, that's happened to me too." I totally understand what you're saying. So,
Yeah.
once you get to know me, you'll see that the only email I send is of importance, for for you,
Right. Exactly. And I love that approach, sympathize with them. Yeah, I totally get it. I get them all the time. So let's meet up first and then we'll share information.
Yeah.
Well, and also I was going to mention one thing, and I don't think he would say it because this is just a script, but in when you were talking about your clients that you've sold to in the past, that's just making sure that if you haven't sold anything, is to use a different scenario, maybe with
Yeah.
business.
I would never lie to a
Yeah.
client and tell
Right.
them that I sold a home that I had. Yeah.
Well, you can always say my team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a good approach.
And if you're
Mhm.
not on a team, then you can refer
Oh,
to
that's
the
true.
office.
I
Yeah,
keep
my
thinking you're on the team,
brokerage.
Brant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can always refer to the office because the office is a team
Yeah.
too. Let's just
Yeah.
think of it as a big team.
Right.
All right, Emily, you ready?
Yes.
Here we
Debbie,
go.
you ready?
Ready.
Hi, this is Emily with Keller Williams Realty and the Repros team. How are you doing today?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I'm doing okay, but these calls have got to stop. I've had every brokerage, I think, in San Diego call me the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's probably because your listing expired on your home, so everybody's seeing if they can reach out and get your listing. I noticed that your home's also, I noticed that it's no longer on the market, and I understand that selling is a top priority for you. Is that correct?
Well, my home is paid off, so I'm not in a rush of any sort to sell it. But
Mhm.
for me, I'm, in my late 80s, and to keep my house pristine and have to leave when people come to view it, it really got old real quick.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot to try and get your home in showing shape so when people walk through it. I totally understand that. So when you sell your home, where are you moving to?
I'm just gonna totally downsize and live closer to my son so that, because I am getting up there in age, and that
Mm-hmm.
way he'll be close instead of having to fly 4 hours to get to me.
Well,
So,
where's he at?
oh, in Chicago.
Okay. Are you going to live with him or get a new
Oh
house?
no.
No.
No, I don't think he'd care for that much, but
Mm.
just close proximity. I'm almost thinking of going into a kind of an assisted living, but I don't need assisting yet. So we'll see
Mm.
what's there to offer.
Okay. Is he helping you with making that choice or?
Oh, well, yes, he's already on the lookout out there for different places and, senior only places. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I know I have a great network of realtors within my reach that work out of the Chicago and the suburban areas out there. I could totally help you with finding your next home, even if it's in in a senior community somewhere where that has assistance on site. It's a little different than assisted living. You kind of live on your own, but they have people on site should you need them.
yeah,
Some
I
great
know there's
communities
some
out
here that my friends live
there.
at where you can have meals. You could go or have it taken to your home,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. Not that you have to, but that's always nice.
Right. Yeah, my parents are actually going through the same choices. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Well, let me ask you this. Would you be willing to sit down with me and we can go over everything that went wrong with your previous agent and why your home didn't sell? And I can tell you everything I'm going to do right to get it sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time so we can get you to Chicago and closer to your family. What would you think about that?
Well, I'm not getting any younger, so I probably should do something. I was actually, before you called, just thinking about, well, what next?
Yeah, and then the phone calls will stop. Once I list your home, those phone calls will stop
Well,
because
that's
they'll
a
see that your
plus.
home is listed again.
Yeah, that would be a big, big plus. It takes me a while to even get to the phone. I
Yeah.
think I'm the only
Oh,
one
yeah.
around with a landline.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought about getting a cell phone?
No, nope, no,
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 totally not on your list of
it,
things to get. It might make it
no.
easier. Then you won't have to get up and answer the phone.
That's true. Well,
My
I
mom
might look
has
into
one. It
it.
took her a long time to start using it, but once she started, it became really, a blessing. And then when she had issues like where she had trouble getting up, she could call a neighbor and ask for help or a friend or somebody to come and help her. So it
Yeah,
ended up
I
being
might
something.
think of it. I have really poor eyesight, so I'd have to get a one that had big text and
Oh yeah, they have those.
yeah,
They can also
okay.
have voice automated ones where you just need to talk.
Oh, yes. That would be good too.
Well, Debbie, I'd love to come by your home and kind of talk to you how I can market your home to get it sold. Would you be open to that?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
It sounds like you don't have too much going on. Okay. When would you like me to stop by? I was thinking maybe this afternoon around 4 o'clock.
Um, yes, that'd be good. That would be good. I don't start preparing my dinner till around that time, so
Do you want me to
um,
come a little earlier so I'm not in the
yeah, that
way?
would be better. Maybe 3-ish if you can.
Sure. And I believe I
Okay.
can offer some unique solutions to help you sell your home.
Okay.
So I would love to come by around 3 o'clock. We'll get your home sold as soon as possible. Do you have an email that you could share with me?
Oh, no
I had a
email. I
feeling.
have no email.
No email. Okay.
No.
Well, that's not a problem, Debbie, because I've actually had lots of clients who prefer to do everything in person. I'm
Okay.
assuming that's what you would like, right?
Yes, at this point and stage in my life, that would have to be how it would have to be.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you for chatting with me today, and I'll see you at 3:00. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Uh-huh. All right. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm curious, if they don't have an email, what's another way to get it to them if you really wanted to get it to them?
Hand it to them.
Direct mail.
Yeah,
Certified mail.
you can hand it to them, you can mail it to them. Yeah, let's not forget old school traditional mail, right? We can also mail things.
Yeah, she might want to put the ad for her house in the newspaper.
In the
We'll go
In
all
the
the way
penny
back.
saver.
The
Yeah.
penny saver. Oh, God.
So
Do
were
they
you
even have
convinced,
that?
Debbie?
Yeah, no.
Is it yeah or
Yeah.
no?
No, yes. Yes.
Yes. Cool.
Of course, I'm an old lady, so
Brant, would you have been convinced?
Yeah, if I was an old lady, absolutely.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yes. No, yeah, it was very good. It was very good. I liked the banter too. It was fun.
mhm.
It's good.
no, that was really good. So great job on that. Anything you guys want to add to it?
Well, it kind of segues into the meeting yesterday that Dan went over again about capacity and duress, maybe in being careful not to push someone into something that they don't want to do. I mean, this doesn't seem that way, but once I meet her, maybe I'll think she's like out of her mind.
Right.
I am.
Right. Well, and we have to respect that part of it, right?
Right.
You know,
Well,
if
now,
some
what
go-
about Emily's use of bulletproof? Uh, would that be a good phrase to use? Because that
For an
almost
old
sounds like,
person, no, I don't think so. But I was
well,
reading the script, so.
well,
well,
But
it's a term that can be interchangeable with any word. I mean, if you just want to
mhm,
change it to,
foolproof, something like that.
mhm.
foolproof or just my marketing plan, you don't
Yeah.
have to say bulletproof. You can just send, let
Hold
me
on.
send you my marketing plan, and so that you could take a look at it.
My pigeon
It's
carrier.
any one of these words, any one of these words or script, going back to how to practice scripts and dialogues, right? We memorize it first, we internalize it, and then we customize it. Ultimately, the goal is to put it in your own tone, style, and phrasing. So if a word like bulletproof marketing plan does not fit in your language, in your tone, style, and phrasing, then change it.
Mhm.
Change it. Again, like the beginning of the podcast says, these don't sound like me, and how many times have we heard that on scripts and dialogues? This doesn't sound like me. This isn't how I talk. Totally get it. Not the point. The point is to practice consistently over and over and over and over again.
Fail safe.
Fail safe. Yeah. There's all sorts of words.
Mhm.
So, but the only way that you can put it in your own tone, style, and phrasing is to practice it every single day. That's it. Perseverance, consistency, sticking to it, being dragged through the mud, however you want to put it. All right, so that's the script. I hope that you found it useful. Just head over to realestatescriptspractice.com for more resources and downloads. This podcast is for the purpose of education only, and it does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek out the help of your broker, coach, mentor, CPA, or attorney. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall, California DRE number 018534445.